Diane and Denmark here, and rah rah rah, hooray hooray hooray. It is Monday morning. You know me, I love Monday mornings. Fresh start. I love a fresh start, whether it's 1st of January or the 23rd of September. Anyway, let me put my mums down. A quick check-in with you today. I hope you had a great weekend. I had a really nice, relaxing weekend with the family. Remember, we had Thursday as a public holiday here for Ascension, and my husband was also off on Friday, and the kids are off for exam leave right now, so it felt like a kind of mini break. Anyway, I'm all ready to go this morning. And as you will notice, I'm not standing in the kitchen's through there. Look at that sunshine coming in. A quick check-in with today to do a wee bit of zone cleaning. Now listen, if you are new to Flylady, put your fingers in your ears, close your eyes, and go and you know, do some other video. I'm going to be doing a wee spot of zone cleaning here, which is zone 1. This is our dining room. You'll see more of it as we go around. And we're actually going to be working in 2 Flylady zones this week. Now, you know, the Flylady splits up the month into 5, and there are 5 weeks. And often at the end of the month and start of a new month, that we'll be working in 2 zones. And this is one of those weeks where we're in 2 zones. Now, I'm choosing to work in the dining room, which is zone 1, you know, the entrance to the house. Maybe if you could come through the garage to get into your house, the hall, the dining room, that's zone 1. And also this week in Flylady, it'll be zone 2, the kitchen. Now, you know me, I'm super consistent with my Flylady routines. The kitchen is actually an easy zone for me now, because it's so automatic when I'm doing my daily routines. When we cook dinner, we wash up as we go along, we wipe off the counters. I'm doing my menu planning, so I'm not buying food and it's not getting expired because we're not using it up. Because I'm consistent with my Flylady routines, there's less and less to do in these zones. Actually, for me, the dining room, we don't use it so often. We use it for when we've got guests. And my husband has his desk in here. You're not going to see that. I don't show you the family's private stuff. And my husband, he deals with that in the zone. You know, I'm not his mother. He can do his own desk, and he deals with that. But basically, we've got bookshelves in this room. We've got the dining table. We have our service. You know, our what do you call them? Our fancy plates. And the crystal glasses and things, you know where those are. So I'm not kind of cleaning this room very often, but it only takes me 10 or 15 minutes and boom, I've got the job done. Now, as I said, if you are new to Flylady, please don't go detailed cleaning stuff. The main thing is that you keep up with your morning and evening routine. And please do that, because I've had a lot of questions the last 2 weeks with people saying, oh, you know, I'm just feeling it's too much, and now it's coming up for the summer, and now it's going to be even worse. Are you actually following through with your morning and evening routine? Have you got it written down? You know, did you do the 31 baby steps? Did you actually make a control journal, or, you know, something, an app on your telephone? Not as thick as this one, just a few pages. Because if you're not checking off those morning routines and evening routines, you're going to be back to square one, you know, within weeks, because, you know, you say, oh, right, I'm going to do this Flylady thing, and you start getting out your little toothbrush. Hold on, I've got my little caddy here. Get your wee toothbrush and you're scrubbing everything. But because you're not, you know, drinking your water, getting to bed early, making sure that you're actually eating something and putting out your outfit so you're kind of ready to go first thing in the morning, you know, it's not going to work. You're just, you know, maybe your house will be spotlessly clean for a week, but you'll feel exhausted and think, oh, I don't want to do that again. So anyway, keep up with your morning and evening routines, and do a weekly home blessing hour. That's all you really need to get started. If you can just do that, the rest will follow. Now, I'll show you here. I'm not doing a weekly home blessing hour today. I actually did one, when was it? I did a mini one on Friday. I just did 5 minutes on each task. just to keep us up to date. So I'm not doing one of those today. The only thing that I'll be doing is I'll be doing mirrors and windows, because I do that in the zone, and I'm choosing to do it in zone 1. I'll also be doing it in the kitchen, you know, when I'm waiting for the coffee to brew one morning. So anyway, let's get on with things. I'll turn you around and I'm going to start, I think I'll start with the windows, so get ready for a quick scoosh scoosh. Okay, hold on. Okay. You see it's all green outside, and apologies for the terrible lighting, but you know, I'm just using my telephone and I'm not spending time moving the camera and stuff too much, so get ready to do a quick scoosh scoosh. Just using a generic window cleaner, environmentally friendly. I don't need to worry about, you know, what I'm wearing, or if I get splashes. It's good for the environment, it's not been tested on animals, so it ticks all the boxes for me. You can also make up your own wee solution with vinegar and water and essential oils, but I don't want to go down the essential oils route, because you've got to be careful with those. Some of them are bad for animals, so I'm just sticking to this one because I know it works for me. Okay, just do a quick scoosh scoosh, scoosh scoosh, scoosh scoosh. And then up on my tiptoes. It's beautifully green outside. We had torrential rain during the night, and today I'm just going to turn my rag around. You know, I fold it into 6 and then just turn it over. Well, we've actually got a man coming to prune our apple trees. We've got 2 sorts of apple trees. We've got cooking apples and eating apples, and they are just taking over the whole garden, so I'm really looking forward to getting that done today. A bit of decluttering of branches. And my husband and I, we thought we might be able to do it ourselves, but it's just, they are too high, the trees. And, you know, we'd end up, you know, balancing a ladder on top of a table on a pair of roller skates. You know, so it would be something like a Marx Brothers film. So we're not going down that route. So we've got a professional, he's coming today. Right, that's the windows done, and then I'm going to, let me just grab my feather duster. There we are, I've got my feather duster on a stick, and I just attached the feather duster with some electrician's tape to an old mop, extendable mop handle that I have. I'm going around the room clockwise, and I think I did see a spider, so watch out if you're squeamish about spiders. The lights on a bit, see if that will help. Right, I'm coming round. Oh, there's a wee bit there. And just along the tops of the windows. There we go. Let me see if I can put the other light on. Be able to see. Okay. So that's the top, and then I'm going to just use the same, oh, there we are, here comes sun again. I'm just going to use this one to get the skirting board, you know, the baseboards. Hold on, let me put this down. Let's put it down a bit. Okay, love the sunshine. Okay, I'm just doing the same thing again. I'm going clockwise, because I forget things from one minute to the next. Okay, and I'm behind you again. I'm just doing underneath the hanging bookcases that we've got. Then I'll turn you around again. Right, good. And when you've got a feather duster on a stick, hold on, can you see? Yeah. It's also quite nice if you've got some low furniture, you can get right under there, you know, if you can't get it with your vacuum attachment. So let me just do that. Right. Okay, and this one, I'll give it a good shake outside when we're done, and let me just grab something else to do. Yeah, let me just show you that this is the detailed cleaning list, the Flylady's detailed cleaning list for entry, front porch, dining room, and you can, you know, if there's anything that doesn't apply to you, cross it off. I also like to add my own things. For example, for the hall, because we have 4 very distinct seasons here in Denmark, we, you know, change over our footwear, hats and gloves. I was wearing my gloves when I cycled down to the beach about 2 weeks ago, or even last week actually. I had my gloves on in the morning. It was very chilly. You know, some things will apply to you, some won't. And I've also made a note here, outside doormat. I stick to the zones as well for my shopping. Like when we're in zone 2, the kitchen, I'll think about, you know, do we need kitchen roll? Do we need coffee, dishwasher tablets, rinse aid, that kind of thing. And for zone 1, I've written down that I'm thinking we maybe get a new outside doormat. I haven't seen one that I like yet, but just the fact of having it written down makes me think, okay, that's kind of on my radar. So that way it kind of stops kind of random spending, but just, you know, shop by zone. The same when we're in the bathroom zone, zone 3, you'll be thinking, you know, toilet roll, shampoo, razors, you know, just keep it on your radar. And the very fact of just having it on your list makes it happen. You know, the getting things done system, and if you read the Atomic Habits book, you'll see just by writing these things down, writing down your morning and evening routine, it makes it happen. It just gives that extra push. It's like having somebody on your shoulder saying, come on Diane, you're meant to be doing this. It keeps us focused. Anyway, I'm going to take my wee dusting mitt. Remember, I was using this last week and it's all cleaned and ready to go. And usually in here I don't bother with any polish because the furniture is not the type that needs polished. And if I do that kind of thing, it'll maybe be like every, I don't know, 6 months. Anyway, I'm just going to dust off the flat surfaces. So we'll start here. And this is where we keep extra serving things, and we've got all our, you know, our dishes. We've got some things like sherry and coffee pots, you know, any of the kind of fancy stuff is kept in here. And I've got my trays for serving. Just go down inside here. Right, and I'll do the windowsill. And probably later today, hold on, let me turn you around. Yeah, I just want to keep my husband's stuff off camera. Probably later today I'll do a quick vacuum in here while dinner is cooking. So you see, you don't need to be spending hours and hours. Just 5 minutes when you're waiting for something else to happen. You know, those magic minutes, as I call them. Anyway, I'm going to keep dusting this way. And it's actually not too bad in here because, as I say, we're just being consistent with it. Oh, and here, a couple of the family heirlooms. You've seen these before. Now, this one was one that my dearly departed Danish father-in-law, he carved this out of a single piece of wood. Do you see that? And he sat for hours and hours sanding it and made it into this little elephant. We love this in our family. So that's from my dearly departed Danish father-in-law, my DDFIL. And this one, my son made it at art class. It's made out of clay. And I thought it was an old man, but it was actually meant to be a man with a beret, but it's kind of gone flat in his head. But I love this wee thing. And that's the thing, you don't need to be cluttering up your house with random knickknacks. If we can just declutter and keep, you know, just hold on to things that really means something to you. I don't have 3,000 drawings that my kids did at school, but I've got a few items that they've made that make me smile and make the family smile. And you know, what else do you need? You know, let's keep decluttering here so you can actually see and appreciate the nice things that you have, or the crazy things that you have. Right, hold on. Okay, we're going back. I'm just going to do this wee chair here. This is a little chair that the kids used to sit in when they were small, and when their wee cousins come, they get to sit in this one. There we are. Right. Oh, hold on, just to the top of this picture. And the one behind me, let me see, I'm just trying to keep hubby's stuff off camera. There we are. I don't know if you can pick that up. Let's see if I can get a bit closer. Right, you probably can't pick this up because there's a bit too much glare coming in because of the light, but this is, you're not going to be able to see it. This is a painting I was given by my former boss, Sir David, when I left him to get married and moved to Copenhagen. I used to work for Sir David, who was a British judge, European Court of Justice in Luxembourg, and all the pictures that you can see in the hall, all the way down the hall, those were all gifts for my birthday or for Christmases over the course of the years that I worked with them. And there's a funny story about this painting. It's a painting by a Scottish artist called William Burney, who's been in the Royal Scottish Academy. And it's allotment gardens, I think it's in Glasgow, it's anyway in the west of Scotland. And it's just a beautiful, I love this picture so much. It's a combination of oil and, something else. And the funny thing is, my boss, Sir David, he had bought this because he knew that my husband, my boyfriend at that time, was going to propose, and I've told you a story before that he had a couple of pictures that you can see in the hall, and he was hanging on to them because he knew that, you know, my husband was going to propose to me, and then he could finally give us the pictures. Anyway, this is the one that he gave us when we got married, and when I left him, when I left the court, left the judge, and came to live in Copenhagen. And again, you know, you don't need all different knickknacks. Just you know, hold on to the things that you really love and cherish. I mean, that's the whole point of the Flylady thing. If you're surrounded by clutter, please don't do that to yourself. Just, you know, spend 5 minutes in your worst room, set that timer, just do 5 minutes, and just keep moving forward so that you can get to the point where, you know, you look at your home, not just your house, your home, and really feel, you know, happy to be there. And every time you walk into a room, you see things that, you know, make you smile, instead of like, oh gosh, all that stuff, and how am I ever going to clean because there's stuff everywhere. Anyway, I need to get running. I'm off down for a skinny dip with Vibeke. I shall be checking with you tomorrow because I'm off on a trip at the end of the week. And I'm a bit kind of scared, but really excited. I'm going to go on a wee trip solo, and I'll be taking you with me. You know, I'll love to take you with me. But anyway, I'll talk about that tomorrow. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, remember, please don't go overboard with your cleaning. Just set your timer for 15 minutes. Hold on, let me grab mine. Yeah, just grab your wee cleaning caddy, set your timer just for 5 or 10 minutes, and do something. It doesn't have to be the Flylady mission from the website. It doesn't need to be something for the detail cleaning list. Just start, just do something, because you know what we say, put one foot in front of the other and it will all be all right. So anyway, I'm going to have my skinny dip with Vibeke, and remember, give yourselves a wee rah, and a pat on the back when you're finished. And I will check in with you again tomorrow. Okay, live long and prosper. May the Danish hygge be with you. Oh, Danish candle hygge. And I shall see you tomorrow. Okay, bye for now.